right. Hello, chat. How's it going? Hopefully well. We're back, and we're getting back on the Armored Core 6 grind set. They may or may not have bumped the ranks down again. Might be a little unfortunate, but because we were so high up, the bump down has not been as extreme this time as it was last time, thankfully. We should be, to my understanding, here, hold on, actually. I'll just pull it up. We should be down to, I think A3 is where we got moved. At least that, or no, A2. A2. I have it pulled up. A2. Oh no. Okay, maybe it's about as bad as it was last time. Yeah, we got moved to A2. That's fine. That's totally fine. I can live with it. I can make it work. You know, what's a little more chainsaw grinding anyway, right? No biggie. Nothing to worry about. Also, well, I might wait for people to roll in. I have updates on the polling for the next review series because, you know, as I was saying the other day, for those who were here, a lot probably weren't. It shuffles around a good bit, especially when it comes to, like, recently, you know, I sent it to the Metal Gear side of things for the first time. I pulled that audience. A2. Shit. Anyway. Play background music while grinding ranked helps with motivation. I don't need it. I don't need it. But hello. Yeah, things have shuffled again, like since a few days ago when I was like, things are shuffling. They've shuffled. But I'll wait. Ooh. You might be a little scary. Man, A2 again? This feels disrespectful. What kind of sucks is that this time there was no, like, patch with the reset. Not reset, but, you know, with the little bump down like there was last time. I was not even looking at the screen. I glanced away for a second. It's my bad. Okay, so he's going to hang back and use his shoulder weapons, and then he's gonna try to boost in for a shotgun. Interesting. Interesting. That's not what I would have expected, but I can see, you know, I see the vision. Shit. I don't know what expansion he's gonna have. I feel like this has to be an assault armor build, right? My money is definitely on the assault armor.
AP at 30%.
Pulse armor. Okay. I wonder if I didn't pop mine, would he just not have used it? Like, interesting. This is going to be a bit of a slow match, it seems. And I mean, it kind of has to be, because if I go in, I mean, he's got double sweet 16s. I'm just going to eat that shit if I do, like, run in at him. I just got to take my time. let the chip damage do its thing, not get hit by needles or missiles if I can manage to. Or manage not to, rather. Maybe I could actually get a chainsaw hit this time. That would be nice too. Since I messed it up on the first round. Ooh, ow. He's gonna pulse armor, there's no way. Damn you. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Yeah, shotguns.
AP at 50%.
Huh?
AP at 30%.
That was bullshit. Slow and steady. There we go. Jesus. That's an interesting start. Each round took like a full minute and a half. What a slow match. But we start on a win. So we take those. That, I forgot how long the A ranks are, like how many points you need to get through them. I mean, if we just, you know, play consistently, don't screw around too much, it should be fine. It really shouldn't be that bad. I did not mean to open Steam. Gosh, no. AC6 tournaments? Is that what we're talking about? Oh. Why? What is this? Yeah, no, I don't watch Armored Core content like on YouTube or Twitch. If Twitch, I don't watch. I don't watch Twitch. Oh my. Jesus, fuck. Of course. Oh, and we have so much lag too. This is not gonna be fun. I guess I just need to space it a little more. The meta is defined there. Who needs meta when chainsaw? Am I right? Or am I right? Chainsaw users rise up. Reject the meta. Embrace chainsaw. Okay, he's coming in. He knows where his damage is at. Oh, I almost bounced. That one was sketchy. Oh my god. That hitting me is so insane. Jesus Christ. Says the man running dual Etsu. Hey. I've been running dual Etsu since launch patch of the game. I just haven't changed. I've always run dual Etsu. Like, I have a YouTube short here. Here, hold on. Back when I used to make shorts, remember? Actually, most of the new people probably really don't. Where is it? I have this short up on the channel. It's still public. This one. I have this short on the channel where people were actually really pissed at me when I made this short because I said that the Etsugens are actually a really solid option And people were like, bro, they're so dog shit. They're literally useless in PvP. Since day one, bro, I have been an Etsugen user. Don't even. Dual Etsu since day one. It's right there. Don't pay attention to the build. I just wanted something that looked different. I was trying to like visually have a different looking AC for every short when I was still doing them. So that thing was just what I went with that day, I guess. On my third attempt at S rank promotion, for some sadistic reason, FromSoft is making me fight the top 100 players for it. It's because those are the players who are on like right away to get back up to S, you know? Or like the current top 100 or from previous, previous wipe. Why this guy again? I just went on a rant for like 2 minutes. Where? TLDR, dual Etsugen since day one. Ow. Dude, fuck this connection. That was a bad idea. I don't know why I did that. That was like lizard brain. Oh, the missiles. But I figured out how to use it effectively to the point where I got someone to lag switch because he was so desperate not to lose. I feel like I don't get any of, well, I get like a handful very occasionally, you know, spread out. But I don't really get any of like the super toxic AC PvP players when I play. Like I always hear the stories about people who are like lag switching and plugging. And like I had one guy once upon a time go and comment on my Steam profile because he was pissed that I killed him with the chainsaw. He left a comment on my Steam profile about how bad of a player I am that I have to use the chainsaw to win. But other than that, like I very rarely have those encounters. Just have your router next to you. No, it's a software thing. It's cheats. It is cheats in the game. Plugged once, proud of it too. Shame. Shame. No subscriber of mine will be caught plugging. You better go apologize to him right now. What the fuck? I don't want to fight him again. He's just farming me. Ah, oh, this bitch. I don't mind laser tank as long as the connection is fine and dodges are viable. That's just not how this matchup has been. Like that. I quick boost at the warning, I get hit. Like I can't dodge the lasers half the time. I'm normally not all that pissed about laser tank ever since they fixed it, at least. The tank stagger bug. Whoa. I thought I could hit it. It was a desperate attempt. Hold on. Oh, if I get him again, I think I can kite him. Like if I can get just far, it's a really small window there that I had where I'm actually still getting damage. Oh my god. But I feel like I can, if I hang back enough, I have enough time for a quick dodge. And I was actually, unless I just got lucky on like that string, which is possible. But it seems like I was able to have enough space to consistently dodge it there. I might have found what to do. Lost the entire promotion because of it? Wait, really? Deserved, I would agree. But did it actually drop you out of promo still? Did the plug just not go through in time, maybe? Oh, it's not even him. Okay. Someone on his A rank promos. Dropped me. Doesn't AC6 just use easy, not, I was like, doesn't it just use anti-cheat? Easy anti-cheat. Which I mean is like kind of the standard commercial anti-cheat out there right now for most studios. It's Epic Games' anti-cheat. And they just, you know, you can just pay to use it. It's pretty good. Works. Ow. Have videos of cheaters? Well, yeah. Easy is not as strong of an anti-cheat as some out there. But that's mostly because easy anti-cheat isn't kernel level, which is a good thing when it comes to your system and having games with the anti-cheat installed on it. But it does mean that more cheats will kind of slip through and not get detected. But to be fair, like at this point, so many people who make cheats have just figured out how to get around kernel level anti-cheats because studios have been using them for so long anyway. I'm trying to think, like Valorant still has a ton of cheaters, right? I hear all the time about Valorant still having a cheating problem, despite them having one of the more aggressive kernel level anti-cheats on the market with Vanguard. Vanguard legit makes me not want to install Riot games. Like I already really don't, because I tried Valorant when it came out and it was okay. I have no interest in like League. I'm assuming they're gonna use it for their new fighting game, the one with the really terrible name that I can't remember off the top of my head. Oh, wasn't it 2XKO? Isn't that what the new fighting game Riot's making is called? Is it 2XKO? Does anyone know it? No, are you shitting me? I'm so upset. I pulled out the chainsaw too early. Excessive and you can still bypass it? Yeah, because cheaters have just figured, or sorry, cheat makers, there's a difference, have figured out how to get around kernel level at this point. Because it's like, yeah, of course they were going to. I made a dude so mad at me one time, and I got DDoSed on console. No, it was a DDoS because my whole internet went out. Yeah, that sounds like it. I feel like a lot of people think that like cheats and stuff like DDoSes and all that like either can't happen or are less likely to happen on console, and it's not really true. At least not anymore. I feel like it was back in the day. I'm not tabbed in. We have 3 more bars to go. Yeah, they did like a ranked reset again, where they dropped everyone's ranks down by a bit. No patch this time with it, unfortunately. Whoa. No, come over here. Come on. No escape. No escape. Keep getting videos in my recommended saying that Armored Core 6 sucks. I've talked about the that like there's a very vocal portion of the Armored Core community that, like, even before 6 came out, they were talking a lot of shit about it. Because it was one of those things where it's just like, it doesn't really matter what it is. If it's not just like old gen Armored Core, but with better graphics, they were gonna be upset. And so of course they were upset. I had so many of them in like the comments and stuff during the review series. Ooh, I somehow escaped, but I have no health. Oh, I'm probably dead here. Right? Right? Yeah, I figured as much. Circle strafing bad. I don't really understand the circle strafing thing with people talking about AC6, because like when I play Gen 1, you know what I do? Like a lot. Oh my god. This guy and I have the worst connection I think I've seen in my time on AC6 ranked. Oh, and it disconnected. That wasn't a plug. There's no way that was a plug. For the record. That was just actual... That was me? Bro, what was our connection? Did not unplug. What was that? Like, just every few seconds in the game. Oh, Hardlock. It might be a Hardlock thing. I feel like Hardlock is kind of fine, because, I don't know. I feel like Armored Core was always more about your movement than your aim. It used to be that it was about both. But I feel like it was always more about the movement, right? More about positioning and evasion than about keeping your target in the middle of the screen. If that makes sense. What was this tank? I think it had a bazooka. Hardlock penalty does kind of balance it out. It kind of, I feel like the penalty for Hardlock, in my opinion, as an AC6 enjoyer, it is, like, on the record, it's my favorite Armored Core game. Right? I don't feel like the penalty for Hardlock is enough to stop me from using it, even in high-level PvP. In all fairness to people who do think that it takes some depth away, it definitely does. Negligible with FCS range. Yeah, it's like, even in the highest ranks of PvP, I still use it. Because, you know, like, I know that soft lock will get me slightly better tracking and lock times and stuff, but like, it's just not important enough to go through all the extra effort to get it when I could just solely focus on like movement and evasion timing and stuff like that, right? And not have to worry about my aim at all.
At 30%.
Ow. Ouchie. Mainly PvP players don't like 6. Yeah. And it's fine if you're like, yeah, I don't like 6 because like I prefer PvP. But that's not the same thing as like this is a bad video game. You know what I mean? It's a different thing. It's like when I talk about Another Age, like I joke and I jest that I'm like, oh yeah, Another Age is a terrible Armored Core game. But like people know that I don't really mean that. But that it's just like, yeah, I don't like Another Age for me is an Armored Core game that is missing like the majority of what I feel like gives Armored Core its personality. And like the things that I enjoy about Armored Core don't feel present in Another Age, right? It's not that it's a bad game, it's just not my game. It's like the arena's gone, the story's not there. It really is just like this, it has 100 missions for the sake of having 100 missions. Like every single map in the game gets reused like 4 times. It's not terrible though, like it still has, you know, Gen 2's core gameplay and customization and all that stuff is good. It's just not my game. And that's fine. Does have good boss fights though. Another Age does. Very good boss fights in that game. Come here, bitch. Sick of your shit. Have more to do with aiming than movement, because you had to actively track your target. Man, I really like Gen 5. I'm actually excited to get back to that too on the 100%. I'm kind of excited to replay everything past where we're at for the Armored Core 100% right now, other than Ninebreaker. Like right now we're more than halfway through Nexus. We've got Ninebreaker after that, and then it's like Formula Front is gonna be a really short game, and like Formula Front just has so much charm, and like it's a unique little game compared to everything else in the series. I like Formula Front. Ooh. So I'm looking forward to that. And then Last Raven 100% is gonna be pretty sweet. I'm really looking forward to that. And then we get Gen 4, which I didn't dig as deeply into as I wanted to when we were doing the reviews. And then we've got Gen 5, which I just am excited to replay because I liked it. Oh, what the fuck, man? FromSoft, your game is dying on me today. Respect it. Bro thought he could get away with not using his pulse armor. Thought I wouldn't get my chainsaw. Little does he know I always get my chainsaw. That's definitely true, by the way. Don't look into that. Don't fact check. It's not necessary. Holy shit, when you get caught by this guy. It's just a snowball of damage.
At 30%.
Hello, Dream Master. And then obviously, what's it? After Gen 5, I get to play like 40 hours of Armored Core 6. PvE, the story content, which for me is the part that I enjoy way more. PvP is fine. It's okay. I like Armored Core PvP. But I'm by no means a passionate PvPer. I'm a very casual PvPer, in fact. See, now this is cool. This is a cool build. This one isn't going to be a pain in the ass. Frankly. It's power fantasy, and it's good. It's damn good. Because then, like I've said it before, when I play AC6 now, I do kind of wish that there was like a hard mode or something when it comes to just the game in general. because once you've figured out how to break AC6, and by that I mostly mean abuse the ACS system,
At 30%.
it becomes a very easy game. But like, man, that first playthrough of AC6 before I knew how to like build an AC in this gen properly, and I knew all the little ins and outs of the melee weapons and stuff, God, that playthrough was magical. Like the boss fights during that run, even stuff like the, oh, what's it called? What's that one like much heavier MT with like the little diamond shaped shield or whatever it's called? I can't remember. You bitch, you gotta respect the chainsaw. Always. Come on now. When will they learn? When will they learn, chat? Fires of WokeCon. Yep. This game is so woke. Can't stand it. Do you know what they did? Do you know what they did? They had the little voice in your head be a woman. What? Why would they? I can't play it. I have to refund this game. I'm refunding it right now. When they have to reload. Reloading is fine. It's also just been in the series for so long at this point. But like, you know, at first, and to be fair, I was gonna say at first I didn't like it, and I still don't like it when I play Nexus specifically. Just doesn't feel right there, like at all. But you get used to it. Like, you know, they changed a mechanic. It's fine. OP builds will get you far. It's any FromSoft game. Like, it's any Armored Core game too. Like Armored Core, it's the sort of thing where like, when we were doing Silent Line 100%, it's the only time that 100%ing the old gens has been difficult enough to push me into this. But I was putting together like optimal builds for whatever challenge I was tackling, so that it would just go by easier. I played like shit. There we go. My account identifies as coral fluid. Can't believe they went so woke with this game. Frickin' liberals at FromSoft, man. Japan is just so woke these days. It's unbearable. They used to be the pinnacle of based back in my day. Elden woke. They used to let you upskirt 18-year-olds in your Resident Evil game. No longer. You know what they did when they remade it? They gave her shorts under her skirt. Can you believe that? Shorts. Shorts. I'm gonna die. It's worth it. This bit was funny. Whoa, whoa, whoa! ACs can move like that now? What mechanic did I miss out on? What are we parodying? Gaming Twitter. Honestly, just the internet in general, but for me, gaming Twitter, in terms of like the RE4 remake jokes and stuff there. And Japan being like the pinnacle of non-woke culture. Thinks he's playing 4. He actually did just pull some Gen 4. I mean, he didn't. It was lag, but it looked like he was pulling like Gen 4 movement in Gen 6. It got real wacky for a second. Why is there more lag today? Like, than ever. After this match, I'm gonna run a quick internet test just to make sure it's not me. Cause, man, the game has been really laggy today. Like visually, just rubber banding all over the place, like big hitches in some matches. It's not normally like this. I mean, the netcode's normally bad, but not so bad that like you see the enemy start teleporting around kind of bad, right? This is extreme even for FromSoft netcode.
AP at 50%. AP at 30%.
Oh. They did not make it easy on themselves by using 3 separate people. I can't believe that they, like, when I first saw that they had used like 3 separate models, and I think they had multiple what's it called, mocap actresses too for her. I was just like, oh my god, like how much effort did they put into Ashley? Like Ashley Graham of all characters. I mean, she needed to not be the way she was in the original. For the love of God, did I just hear? I did.
Review Project Wingman Towers.
Project Wingman. Wingman. Thank you for the 2 Ruby. They made Ashley likable. Thank God, dude, because I can't stand Ashley in the original RE4, like at all. She was the absolute worst. We're hard stuck A2. It's happening. Welcome to the stream, boys. I'm having a harder time here today than I was having in S rank placements last week. Or promos, rather. Hold on. I need to speed test my connection real quick, just to make sure it's not me. Just for confirmation. My download is fine. Right where it normally is. My upload, my upload's a little slower. Oh, it's probably because I'm streaming. No shit, Cole. Streaming in 1440p might do that. Right. My internet's fine. My internet's perfectly fine. It's either just like weird matchups in terms of like where they live compared to me. Like we just, you know, maybe I've been playing a bunch of players from like Japan or East Europe or who knows. Or maybe something. Hold on. Dark Souls 2, you're playing right now, right? Has your connection been weird in other matches too? Saw the 5-hour lore dump from Vati. I didn't watch it yet, but I did see that he uploaded it. Ashley's model has an OnlyFans. Enjoy. Does she? I remember looking at her, I think she's an Instagram. Instagram model sounds, I feel like it implies something that is not quite, at least what I thought she did. But I thought she was like an Instagram influencer, and I looked at it and I did not get that vibe at all. Like, not in the slightest. Oh, maybe it was like an at the time thing, because, you know, RE4 remake came out more than a year ago now. So, you know, maybe it's like, oh, big influx of people. I know a way to capitalize this. Goddamn, I hate plasma so much. Respect the chainsaw, bitch. He might have terminal. It's possible. Rank reset always has a big JP push. It could be that. It could just be that the peer-to-peer is rough because regions. Oh, was that a plug? Hold on. I don't think it was. I'm investigating. Playback speed 0.25. Plug? I'm gonna look back. I'm on my phone. Cause I already had it up for backup chat and such. Moderation tool, all that I normally have it up for. I'm watching it back. If it was a plug, it was really fast. He was on promotion? Yeah, but into A. He was moving when he disconnected. I don't think this was a plug. I think this was a disconnect. It doesn't look like a plug to me. Here, I could pull it up on screen. I might as well. Just so that you all can see what I'm talking about. And also, my monitor is way bigger than my phone screen. Go figure. So maybe I'll see more easily if it was a plug. I'll just notice it here. Here. Turn that playback speed down. Return to the incident. My ad block has been hosing up my YouTube recently. There we go. Okay. Watch closely, chat. Instant replay. Yeah, he was moving. He was moving when he DC'd. I think this was a DC. Although... okay. I don't know, because it's kind of weird. I will say he stopped shooting with his right arm weapon for like a good bit of time. But what's weird to me is that he was A, moving, and B, still holding the charge shot in his left hand. So like, it's a little weird that he stopped spamming with his right, but he didn't let go of any other input aside from, I guess, left or right mouse button. I don't know. I've never played the game on mouse and keyboard. I don't know. I don't think it was a plug. It doesn't look like a plug to me. 1 year since this game? Not yet. It's been, what, 8 months, right? I think. Doesn't stop cheating in the slightest. Well, also, like, a lot of people say that crossplay, like, leads to more cheating. Console players say this. Because they're like, oh yeah, all the cheaters are on PC. No, they're not. Maybe like 60%, but like... no, they're not. There are so many cheaters on console, especially in like big mainstream stuff like... I know Rainbow Six Siege has a huge cheating problem on console. I know Call of Duty, like even if you turn the... wow, that... okay. Visual lag hits hard on the giant laser beam. Physical devices are big for console cheating, and even just cracked systems where you can like load any software you want. Like, you know, a lot of people don't realize... oh my god. A lot of people don't realize that if someone wants to cheat, needing to like jailbreak their PS5 isn't going to stop them. Like, it's a small barrier to entry, but once someone has decided that they're going to cheat, they're just going to do it. It doesn't stop anyone. I mean, it maybe stops some people, but it doesn't stop most people who are already like, oh yeah, I'm gonna start like installing cheats. I'm just aim. I want auto aim. If I quick boost spam, I can get away from it. Oh yeah, we've got so much lag on this match. What the fuck? I'm just gonna assume it has to be a regional thing. Especially, you guys said, like, there's always a big push for Japanese players when there's rank reset. Must just be that. Oof. No. Eat it. Eat it. The chainsaw. Walter Laser and FromSoft netcode is a terrible combination. Was better in OG as an AI. She can actually... Huh? Her AI is perfectly fine in the remake. I never once had issues with Ashley's AI in the remake, and I played a lot of remake. I think I've got like 80 some hours in it, and I did all the what's it, like the big challenges, you know, like professional S+ run and stuff like that. I did all of that. I had a bit of an RE4 remake addiction after it came out. What the fuck? Eat it. Oh, bullshit. God damn it. Makes a run for it. They pray Ashley doesn't get caught. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Speedruns are not a good metric of how a game plays or functions, because speedruns are intentionally pushing it to its absolute limit and often breaking things in ways that you would never see when you just play the game like a normal human being. I never did. I've talked about it with PS4 at least. I didn't know anyone who actually jailbroke their Xbox. But I had a buddy in high school who didn't even game very much. Like he was... I think he owned like 4 games on his PlayStation, and 2 of them were like Fortnite and Warzone. So he only ever bought like 2 games on his PlayStation, right? And he jailbroke his PlayStation just to get free games on it. So like, even just for someone who's like super casually into gaming, and trust me, this dude did not know how to work a computer, like at all. He was able to do it. Ow. 30%. I almost had it actually. RE4 remake made me realize I don't like RE4. I was never a big RE4 fan, like of the original. I mean, I liked it. I did think it was a fun game, but nowhere near as much as most people liked RE4. I was always like, I mean, you guys, there's Resident Evil 2. There's RE1 remake. Like, it's, you know, it's how could RE4 possibly be the best? It just couldn't be, especially with that writing. The remake has made me like it a lot more. Like, RE4 remake might be a top 5 RE game for me. I don't know. That oh, that felt gross to say, so maybe not. Let me think. Is it a top 5? Trying to think. Hold on. It might be, but it's number 5. Like, it is number 5. The original RE4 was not in my top 5. I really had to sit there and think through all of it. Like, all of it. Because RE2 Remake's my favorite. What is the metric? Just my favorites. Just the ones I enjoy playing the most. RE2 Remake's my favorite. Then RE1 Remake. Although, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Every time that I replay RE1 Remake, I feel like it inches a little closer to being my favorite. So give it another couple years and RE1 Remake might be my favorite. Original RE2 would be my 3rd favorite. Both RE2s are just... They both get to be in the top 3. Then I would say 4 is kind of weird. 4 is kind of weird. Maybe RE4 Remake could be my number 4, actually. Like, the more that I think about it, I think I would have to replay, I think I would have to replay 7. Because the thing with 7 is that, like, the first half of 7 is, like, peak Resident Evil. But then the second half of the game kind of fucking sucks. In all honesty, the second half of the game drags ass so hard that normally when I replay RE7, I stop halfway through. Where did they go? I rubbed my eye and they're gone. What just happened? Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem? No. Dude, we are D-ranking. Hold on. Could I get, like, the Capcom second half syndrome? Yeah, like most Resident Evil games have a stronger first half than second half. That's just kind of a pattern in the series. But, dude, RE7... like, has one of the worst second halves in the series. Can I get, like, a... Oh, this has... Yeah, this'll work. This'll work. This is perfect. I need to answer this question for myself. This is for science. If I do the tier list, like, really quickly, I'll be able to answer this for myself. So just give me a second here, okay? Oh, chat, I don't want to hear it, okay? I don't. Actually, you know, yeah, that feels better. I don't want to hear anything about this, okay? Yeah. I'm cooking, okay? Just let me do this real quick. Just let me. That's a spicy one. Yeah. And then, like, where does this go? This might go here. I think it might be my 4th. I think so. I think so. Do we have to clip this so you'll get maximum hate? You can if you want. I think that's right. That feels right. Nothing there feels out of place. Other than, I might actually say that. I might actually put 6 over Code Veronica. If we're just going like, how fun is the game to replay? It probably is more fun to replay than Code Veronica. I would think so. This is a spicy take of mine right here. That 5 is like right there with 4, but just a little bit better. But like it's RE5 is literally RE4 without the awful island chapter at the end of the game, and with a really good co-op system and just like slightly improved base mechanics. I've never understood the RE5 hate whatsoever. It's legitimately just RE4 again, but slightly better. I've never understood it. Oh God. Wait, S32? S32? What does that mean? Hold on. Also, why are you an Amazon box? Does that mean what I think that means? Can't say anything. You should. If you like RE4, you definitely should. Ow. Fucker. RE5 does have a terrible final chapter, but RE5 has 5 chapters compared to RE4's 3. So rather than the bad final chapter being a quarter of the game, or sorry, a third of the game, my bad, a third of the game, it's like a fifth of the game. Right at the end kind of goes down the shitter. But RE4, the original, has the same thing that 7 has, where it's like, oh yeah, I get to this point in the game and I just stop playing. Like, I'm done. Once I get there, I don't want to do it. It's not worth it. Respect the chainsaw, S32. You're not better than the chainsaw, okay? That thing's still gonna hit you for like 6k damage minimum. Terminal? What? Terminal armor? 6 co-op? 6 is just a fun game. Like, it's not a good game. I always say this about Resident Evil 6. It's not a good game, but it's a really fun game. It is such a stupid, like, shooty zombie with your friend game, but like, it's just fun. It doesn't have the depth or the substance that I look for in Resident Evil by any means, but I just enjoy playing it like on its own merit, you know? It doesn't have to be what other Resident Evil games are. I can enjoy it as it is. Oh wow, that hit? Oh wow, fuck, I dodged right into it. No, I'm dead. Oh, I'm so boned. Oh, I'm so boned. shit. I was boned. Damn you, Konozama. Next time. Are you winning, son? No. No, I'm not. We've not been having a good run today. Rank reset is hitting hard. That tier list felt right. Do I still have it open? I do. This feels right to me. Actually, no, it doesn't. Now it's right. Now it feels right. That's better. I don't know how that switch happened. I don't remember doing that. Now it feels right. That's good. That's good right there. Feel free to tell me why you disagree, and I will tell you why you are wrong. Feel free. I feel strongly about my Resident Evil opinions, okay? I feel strongly. Very strongly. Oh god, I came into an RE rant. Yeah, I was trying to figure out like where on my ranking I would put the RE4 remake because I never really thought about it before today. And so to make sure that it was in the right place, I just threw together like a whole mainline tier list purely to be able to answer where RE4 goes on my ranking. The new one, that is. I knew that the old one was like a low A tier for me, which has always been one of my spicier Resident Evil takes, but I stand by it. Respect the chainsaw, motherfucker! Sorry. I'll likely never get to see Chole do a video on OG Spec Ops The Line. Why do you think that? Also, what do you mean OG Spec Ops The Line? I own Spec Ops The Line, if that's what you mean, from the delisting thing. I do own it. I have played it. Oh, now you respect it, huh? To make scenarios are a scam. Bro, if to make had all 4 scenarios, it would be my undisputed number 1. Because like I said, like every time I replay RE1 remake, I feel like it gets a little closer to being my number 1 instead of my number 2. But like really, if RE2 remake had done all 4 scenarios instead of doing 2 scenarios and then like offering a 3rd and a 4th, but they're literally just one of the first 2, except for you start in a different location and it gives you a new pistol, which was like the biggest disappointment with this game. Other than that, this game is just immaculate. This game is so good, aside from that one little thing. And it's not a little thing, it's a big thing. But like that is legit my one gripe with RE2 that's like noteworthy. I could sit there and nitpick it, surely, but that's like my only meaningful gripe with the game. Other than that, it's just great. This guy also changed his build back to the one that he kicked my ass with earlier. I hate proximity detonation. Fuck that shit. Sincerely, Chole YouTuber. Ow. Ah, you bitch. He knew. He came prepared. The lag today? Was that lag? I thought that was just proximity. Still need to play Claire B on the original or on the remake? Because if you mean on the remake, you really don't. To be honest with you. But if you mean the original, you absolutely should. Yeah, it's worth playing all 4 on the original. On the remake, you could just play the first 2. I fucked up. Come here. Ha! Ha 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 ha! Original? Then yeah, you do. You do need to play it. My brother did not respect the chainsaw. He probably forgot he had assault armor because he had pulse armor the match before. Okay, it is lag because that blade hit was insane. It's you might be right. I didn't think that we had a lot of lag, but then I saw that right there. Oh. Oh, fuck me. Midwestern internet? No, when the rank reset happens, the Japanese players start going ham, and the connection quality, because the game uses peer-to-peer instead of dedicated server, gets really bad. But hello, Ryan. I ran a speed test on my internet like 30 minutes in because I was worried that it might be my internet that was leading to like every single match having an awful connection. I legitimately did pull up my speed test and run it real quick just to make sure that it wasn't me. And I had like 700 down, 800 up. So I think that's enough to play Armored Core. Probably. Raven. This is a previous S-rank player. Oh god. Oh, I was like, is our match frozen? Are we? Oh boy. This is something. I don't like this. But I think if I bum rush him, I might fare pretty well. Shit. Not today. Terminal armor.
AP at 50%.
Nice terminal. You used to be able to play games that weren't 100 gigs too. How big is AC6 on the install? Does anyone actually know? Because I don't think I've ever like uninstalled and reinstalled the game. I think it's less than 100. I want to say it's less than 100. Terminal armor rat detected. I mean, respect somewhat for being an S-rank terminal armor rat. But also, eat this chainsaw. I think it's like 40 to 50. Like 40 to 60. Hold on. $60. 60.5. 60. Probably a team match build. He had no rank on team match. But he was A2 singles currently with an S rank card. So I don't think he's ever played team match. I think he just rats. 44 on PS5. Oh. That would explain everyone having different sizes. They probably, like, for systems that couldn't process the higher res textures and stuff, they probably just only installed lower. You guys don't understand how much space textures take up. Like, maybe you do. Maybe, I'm sure some of you do. But, like, I'm telling you, the majority of you, I bet you do not understand. They are so big. They are so big. I reinstalled Diablo 4 recently. And the difference between installing the high-res textures and the low-res textures was the difference between 55 and 90 gigabytes. I am not joking. Also, what you may or may not have heard on the streets recently is true. Diablo 4 Season 4 actually is really good. And I'm kind of having an issue right now of, like, whenever I'm working, I get like an hour of work done, and then I'm like, you know, maybe I've earned a little Diablo 4 time. Maybe I could just hop on for 30 minutes, you know, just do a little bit. Part of that is that Druid feels way better in early game now. My beloved bear man actually feels better. I'm not doing the same bear that I did before. I have a bit of a reputation for being a werebear addict. I'm really not doing much bear this time. I'm using the claw, like, basic skill. So I do have bear in that sense. But other than that, I'm actually doing a minions build on the druid, because they buffed the fuck out of minions while I was away, so I was curious, because the druid has, like, the... You know, he can have, like, the ravens and the wolves and stuff like that to summon. So I was like, what if I did a full druid build where I got, like, all of the, like, the animal support minions, and I did a build of that. And it's actually been really strong. We disabled the bear redeems until we play Tekken again, Raiden. Because someone thought they were funny redeeming a bear redeem when I wasn't even playing. They were just like, haha, now you have to play Tekken. So I refunded and I disabled. I'm gonna play Diablo as soon as my character can be a penguin. They're going to add a new class at some point. But I don't really know when that is, because, like, it's Season 4. Which is only in Garage. I'm pretty sure that this game has ray tracing just all the time on the PC version. I've heard a lot of people say that ray tracing is only in the Garage, but just in my experience with the game and having ray tracing on for it, my performance is still significantly, like, lower in gameplay with the ray tracing on than it is otherwise. So I wonder if, like, the lighting effects just, or not the lighting, if the materials in the game just don't really reflect the lighting all that well, or what? But I think ray tracing is on all the time on the PC version. I can't say for certain, but the performance definitely takes a big hit in gameplay when you have ray tracing on compared to otherwise. Not like a mass, like what you'd expect from ray tracing. Ray tracing is always a big hit to performance. Cyberpunk was really good looking with, dude, when I played Phantom Liberty when it came out on the new Juice PC, and I had it on, like, max settings with ray tracing, oh my god, that game is fucking beautiful. Cyberpunk might be the most visually impressive game I own now. It might be. It's either that or Red Dead Redemption 2, I would say. I haven't actually benchmarked Red Dead 2 on my new PC. I meant to a long time ago, but I never did. I should do that. That game is like 200 gigabytes though. Like a 10 to like a 20% normally. It depends on the game. I would say overall maybe like 15 to 25 ish. It's normal. It's a noticeable hit like on any game, right? That was Audric, of course it was. A Nexus Oracle cosplay build. I lose to melee build, but that's like 1 in every 50 on AC6. Actually, now that you say it, I feel like I do. Like I used to see melee builds everywhere on this game, but I feel like they've become less common over time. Now that you bring it up, I feel like they have become less common. I definitely have my bad matchups on this build. Oh my god, I heard it. I didn't see it because I wasn't paying attention. This man has a chainsaw. We found one. We found a chainsaw user in the wild. This never happens. I heard it and I was like, I didn't do that. The fuck? And then I realized that he must have one. They tried to hit me with it. What a bitch. Get back here. Trash Panda is in A again. I still have never encountered Trash Panda. I've heard of him, but I've never encountered him personally. Ooh, I was gonna pull up the... Here, I'll dig through it between matches. I was gonna show things are moving in a certain direction on the review series poll still. Oh, we just found a match. You'll have to wait. The suspense, you'll have to give me like 2 minutes here. Things are moving and in a similar direction to what I predicted, but also I'm a little surprised by at least the trend of like the last 3 days on it. What do you think is the most cheesy or broken PvP build? Cheesiest? Right now, it probably is Lamb Kite. You know, like if we're just talking pure cheese, it's a lightweight quad build that can just fly up into the air and it has hover functionality, right? Coral Shield, what the fuck? So it can go up and just hover in the air, and because it's lightweight, it absolutely zips around. Like it moves so fast when it's hovering up there. And they can just load that thing up with missiles or, you know, anything really like long range and just try to keep you at range and just chip away at your health for like 2 minutes while you really can't do anything to get in and actually kill them. Does this guy not have an expansion? I'm so confused. This is such a strange build. I'm sure he has an expansion because he doesn't have terminal. So like, where is it? Is my question. There it is. Found it. Man, this Coral Shield is not doing you a lot of favors, my friend. I hate to break it to you. It's not really doing a thing to slow me down. What is Coral Shield strong against, like, defense-wise? Double Earshot Zim is pretty toxic. Yeah, shotguns are pretty cheesy right now, too. just shotguns in general. Like Zimmerman is still probably the best. But if someone knows how to use the Sweet 16s, it can be good. And even Haldemans are nothing to scoff at, right? Nothing to write off by any means. Oh my God, a match already. Jesus Christ. There, you got a flash. Yakuza still in the lead. I can at least, the Yakuza part is easy to talk about. In the last like 3 days since I last pulled up the poll on stream and showed it, it's only gotten like 3 more votes. Okay, this is the guy that chat thought plugged on me, but I don't think he plugged. So let's see what happens here, okay? Still holding its ground, but it's stagnating. Which, as you will see when I get back to it, might spell potential doom for Yakuza. Ow, fuck.
AP at 30%.
Oh, come on! There's no way that's a plug. Are we disconnecting? There's no way, right? Let's instant replay again. He's a plugger? Dude, he had such a strong advantage that round. That's like, he had at least 5,000 AP left. Minimum. Right? Had to have. Maybe not minimum, maybe like 4,000 minimum. I had less than 1,000. Felt like a plug. That one did feel more like a plug, but like he was so far in the lead when it happened. Look, I have 980 AP. He has at least a quarter of his. So maybe, let's say minimum 3K, because I said minimum and I way exaggerated, admittedly. Let me watch this back. Where does the plug happen? Right around here, I think. He fires that off. Keeps moving. No, it's a little, oh. I don't think it's a plug, you guys, it's not a plug. This one is way, I'm confident. Look, he starts charging a rifle here. And like mid-charge, he fires up. He fires the Aurora right as he disconnects. There's no way this is a plug, in my opinion. There's no way. I think that's a natural disconnect. It has to be. There's no way this guy is plugging. I think we're just getting a natural disconnect. That one did feel more like a plug, but that's why we do the instant replay. It's because I have to go back and really look at it to be able to tell. And I definitely don't think that that's a plug. Playing at his grandma's house. That guy has Midwestern internet. Uni Wi-Fi. Who was it in chat that was like, oh yeah, I've been playing the game recently. And like I've been playing at university. Oh. Good job, Streamlabs. You're protecting the chat. I appreciate you. This guy's trying to soft lock. Ow, ow, ow. 200 AP and it, fuck, where did that come from? He was looking the other way. Where did that shot come from? What was that? Did I miss something? Did I miss crucial information? What happened? What happened? That hit me. Okay, there goes half my health. You can't escape the chainsaw. Don't do this. Oh, it was one of those. It was one of those missiles. I was missing crucial information. I thought he hit me with his grenade launcher, or sorry, bazooka. That's a bazooka, isn't it? So that's why I was freaking out. It's the slow missiles. 16s only work close range, have a long reload time. Haldemans are just decent though. Haldemans are just like a mini Zim. Haldemans, and you don't really see them used on their own all that often. They're normally used to like pair with another shotgun or just heavy stagger weapon of some kind. Normally it's like a supplement rather than a main tool. And in that sense, they're very good. As like a supplemental ACS build-up tool, they're really strong.
At 30%.
Oh, I'm so pissed. What's your take on verts? They're kind of shit. Am I wrong? I feel like they're just not good in this game. Because I've tried to use them before, and I've just never... Not in PvP. Like, in PvE, I tried to use them, and I never got mileage out of them. Like, I felt like they never hit. Even just against, you know, bosses in the campaign, I felt like I was missing with them. Not bosses, like ACs. Like, you know, if I'm fighting Rusty, I felt like my shots weren't hitting. Is the laser hit detection the same or better? It's the same. Some lasers, if they have a wider shot, they just have a larger hitbox. Which is why lasers are kind of notorious for the lag in this game. It's because if you have a laggy connection, because most things, I always say everything, because most things in the game are attacker-sided, which lasers are attacker-sided, what ends up happening is if that hitbox connects on their screen, doesn't matter if you dodged it on yours, it connected. You're eating the damage. So that's why lasers are kind of notorious for the lag. It's mostly because their hitboxes are larger, more than anything else. But like the hit reg is the same. It's just bigger box. Oh, I could have won if the whole thing connected. Fuck me. There's a chance. No. No chance. I feel like the climb to S hasn't moved much in a few weeks. Well, it was moving really well. Ranked reset was a couple days ago. We were doing promos with not much success, but we were doing promos. See that? That's what I mean. If I hit that, I win. Only half decent verts are the plasma ones. I could see plasma verts being better. But like, are the plasma verts worth using over just the basic plasma missiles? Is kind of the question then. See, that's some laser lag right there. You just witnessed it. Post explanation. There it was. Why is this guy not using expansions? He's freaking me out. Oh, thank God. Oh, wait, he was trying to use it there. What? Okay. Just to keep people coming back. Yeah, they reset it like once every 3 months. It's more to shake up like the top end of the leaderboard so that if people are like grinding their ranked points and they get so far ahead of everyone else, it keeps like the competition for the top spots more fair if they reset it every few months. I think that's the main reason. It's for the very, because here, let me pull it up. What rank do they start doing resets at? Yeah, you only get hit by rank reset if you're in like B4 or above. Apparently arson is a bad word. Oh, because YouTube is holding it? I mean, I can see why YouTube is holding it. For a second, I was like, did someone on Twitter tell you you can't say arson? But you mean YouTube is holding it, don't you? Most words are bad in Cole's streams. I don't know what you mean. I am like a saint. I really speak with the grace of like a Baptist priest. And by that I mean I talk like this all day. Yee yee. Sorry, couldn't help myself. Sorry, Baptists. Fuck. Actually, someone who I knew when I was younger is now a Baptist priest in, like, Virginia, I think. I just recently found out. That was a weird thing to learn. He was not Baptist when I knew him years ago. So I'm very curious what happened there. Ow. I don't like that YouTube is censoring words. I don't either. I've talked about it a lot. I mean, it's one of those things. I say this a lot too when I talk about things I don't like on YouTube, or at least things that it pertains to. It's one of those things that YouTube does that they kind of need to do for the health of the ecosystem. So as much as I wish that they didn't, I recognize that like the security of YouTube at as a platform would be at risk without it. If that makes sense. I actually just had a whole rant about it yesterday. Cause someone brought up like the RT game thing from a while ago. With like his videos getting retroactively demonetized because of new policies. And it's one of those things that's like, yeah, it really sucks on like the user end. But without that, the entire ecosystem would fall apart. Right? It's just one of those things. It's like, as much as it's awful, it is a necessity for YouTube to even like remain a stable platform. What is YouTube doing? They've done it for years. They've done it ever since Adpocalypse. If you use certain words that they have, like in live chat, if you guys try to use like a word that is deemed as like very non-advertiser friendly, YouTube will just hold the message and not put it through. They've been doing it for years. Not many people know that it happens unless you watch like smaller streams where people are able to keep up with or creators are able to like keep up and read their chats more actively. And even then, like, you might not know. But the sad reality is that like the adpocalypse happened, and it could happen again any day. Like as soon as advertisers decide they don't want to, work with YouTube, YouTube is no longer a platform that brings in monetization for themselves or for creators. Right? So it's one of those things that's like, as much as it sucks, we just kind of need to have it, right? Let's see, Biden, Trump. No, that's fine. Oh, fucking shit. It'll get worse if it gets, it'll get so much worse if it's nationalized. Absolutely.
AP at 50%. AP at 30%.
As much as I don't trust, what's it? As much as I don't trust, like, Google with some of that stuff, I sadly trust them more than I would trust the US government with them. But that's a whole other rabbit hole to go down. Chatter accused the streamer of ignoring or deleting messages, and it's like, bro, it's YouTube, not me. False, you know my opinion on this. We've talked about this. My opinion is, if there's a chatter like lashing out at you for not reading their chat messages, they can fuck off. Like, for whatever reason you might not be reading them, whether you're actually ignoring them or missing them, it doesn't matter. Ow, what? What? Okay, it's one of these matches. Be right. Wah!
At 30%.
Even then, I mean, I've had a couple people, like, in my chat in the past, do exactly that. And my approach has actually, in the past, my approach has been, if they start getting angry about me ignoring them, I start, like, because I'm normally not doing it on purpose, normally. Not always, but normally. Like 90% of the time, I'm not doing it intentionally. Maybe even 95%, I'm not doing it intentionally, right? So my approach in the past has been, if they start getting pissed about it and like trying to call it out, that's when I start intentionally ignoring them. It's maybe not the best approach, but that's what I've done. The kick, yeah, the lag on the kicks were insane. That's why I was screaming, was every time I got kicked while his foot was like off screen. I have to apologize or I get DMs about it. And that only makes it weirder. That doesn't change it at all. Like, I would say that only furthers my point, right? It's this guy again. Flashback on pre-nerf Tetra kick. Of all the bugs that they have fixed, you know, or all the things that they've adjusted in patches even, I think the two greatest adjustments that have been made to this game, like lifetime, was them fixing the stagger bug with tanks, because that was just insane. That was just a ridiculous bug to be in the game for as long as it was. And them nerfing the hitbox size on those couple of laser weapons that had really large hitboxes. Those were like the two biggest fixes for me in the history of Armored Core patch, or Armored Core 6 patches. I love America's Politics Best Soap Opera. That's really what it is. Dude, okay, speaking of, I always preface, I am a very strong, like, political neutral. As it specifically pertains to American politics, especially, I hate both of the political parties that we have. I can't stand either of them. But I keep up with politics because I find it entertaining. I like keeping up with it. And I was watching Trump's NRA address the other night. And that dude spent the first 25 minutes of his address, no, I'm not joking, just glazing the Texas congressmen that were in the audience. He was like, oh, this guy, he's been in Congress for however long. He's truly one of the greatest patriots in our nation. I love you. Please, come November, give me your electoral vote. Thank you. This guy right here, love him. I would suck his cock if I had to. Love him. Please give me your electoral vote this November. Cock is not a word I use often, but there it is. I'm normally more of a dick man, but there it is. I caught myself off guard with that one. Not a word that I use very often. Just came out. Not that kind of Patches. Actually, Patches is in Armored Core 4, or was it 4 Answer? I think it's 4 Answer, actually. It was in 4 Answer, or he was in 4 Answer, rather. When I read chat too much during Mass Effect. Well, okay. What False was doing during Mass Effect chat, for anyone who knows how the dialogue system in BioWare games works, False would like yap, 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 streamer yap, right? And then she would look at the dialogue again and like read whatever the last spoken line was and select an option based off of that. And then as soon as Shepard started speaking, she would look back at chat and yap, 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 yap. And then eventually she would look back and like 5 lines of dialogue have been exchanged, but she only reads the last one that happened. And then she's like, I don't really fully understand what's happening. And I'm like, well, no shit, you don't. I wasn't even gonna call it out until she started saying things like, I don't really fully understand what's happening. And I was like, well, of course you don't. This sounds horrific, painful for me. It got better near the end. I have no idea why. No, not a clue why.
AP at 30%.
Although I did miss the entire ending stream because I was on a flight during it. Just the worst timing. I missed the Mass Effect 1 ending because I was on a flight. The conversations are the best thing about Mass Effect. They are. The dialogue and the world building in Mass Effect is like the reason you play Mass Effect. Well, actually, Mass Effect 1, Mass Effect 2 and 3, the combat does get really good. And I could understand people playing 2 and 3 just for the combat alone. But really, like, the world building and the interactions and stuff are like why you play the game. I can't defend myself. That's fine. We'll just keep going if you don't mind.
At 30%.
Oh my god. Sometimes I wish I did steroids. Me too. Being natural sucks and I have to eat so much and constantly go to the bathroom. Yeah, sometimes, for me, more than anything, it's when I see someone who is clearly on steroids. Dude, their shoulders look so... Because if you don't know, like, the easiest way to identify steroid use when you're looking at someone's physique, it is shoulders, more than anything else. There's the term boulder shoulder. And really, like, the only legitimate way to get, like, actual boulders for shoulders is steroid use. And sometimes I see guys who have those shoulders and I'm like, man, I would love for my shoulders to look like that. I got nice shoulders. I do. But they're not Kazuya Mishima shoulders by any means, you know? They're just not. I've got nice, like, defined shoulders. I don't have big, massive shoulders. Nipples can be a good sign, but I think it's only certain types of roids that actually cause that. I could be mistaken. I'm not a steroid expert. Someone I know in high school, or sorry, someone I knew in high school, is a personal trainer now, and he uses steroids like crazy. And he's not shy about it either. Like he brags about his steroid usage, and it's the weirdest thing. Like he'll call you small and like bring attention to how big his physique is, but then he'll just be so open about like using steroids. And I'm like, do you not like realize? Like I don't, what? I distinctly remember him being on FaceTime with like a mutual friend when I was hanging out with a group of friends. He called him on FaceTime and he was like, bro, you want to see how I inject these new steroids? My jaw hit the floor. And so of course I walk over and I'm kind of like looking over my buddy's shoulder to where I'm not seen on the FaceTime call, but I'm looking. I'm curious. I heard it from across the room and I was like, what? So I go to look. And I shit you not, he was injecting the steroids into his ass cheek on FaceTime and showing this buddy of ours that that's how he has to use them. He was just like, bro, you won't believe this. I have to inject these into my ass. I was like, what am I looking at? Depends on the chemical composition. Yeah. I think the men with pointy nipples. Yes. I had my hair fixed and I brag about it. I guess it's the same thing. I mean, not really. Yeah, it's a little different. It's maybe in like a similar ballpark, but I wouldn't say it's the same thing. I really wanted that physique to be natural. It's like, it's crazy the amount of people in the fitness industry who do use it and, you know, like build a brand off of like getting a good natural physique, and then their physique is not natural, and it's just like, bro, this is crazy. It kind of, like, it just entirely, although I will say, and I've said this before, what's his name? Sam Sulek is like the one exception where I'm like, this guy uses steroids and I don't even really care. Because he's so, like, comically large. And he doesn't beat around the bush about it, and he's such a chill, like, laid-back dude. And so every time I see him, I'm like, I don't really care that he uses steroids even. Like, it's just... I like this guy enough to look past it. Oh. This guy's willing to take like half a hit of the chainsaw just to not waste the pulse armor. What are you doing? There we go. My wife is attractive and I wanted to maintain my youthful looks. I feel like it's different with balding, because I feel like most guys who have male pattern baldness. There we go. Baldness, is it balding? It's balding, isn't it? Would fix their hair if like it was relative or like reasonably within their means to, you know? I feel like that's just something anyone would do. And it's not like steroids where you're also opening yourself up to a lot of like downsides health-wise for using them. Or by using them. Words are hard. I struggle with forming coherent sentences. Ignore me. Shit. Or don't, at your own risk. Lucky that no one in my family has male pattern baldness. Bro, like all of my family members on both sides of my family have it. I am so fucked. I'm so boned. What did I just read? What did I just read? I want to get a tramp stamp of my wife's name on my lower back. Trashier and nastier the better. Totally submissive boy I is. Welcome to a Chole stream. This is actually pretty normal live chat content, actually. This isn't that crazy. We're going for wall of muscle when they should be going for the statue of David. I agree. Like, okay, to be fair, hold on. Good beard can cancel out the bald. Oh, absolutely. Like, I have just embraced that by the time that my hair goes bad, I'm just gonna fully go for like the Avalanche Reviews look. 100%. If you know, you know. If you know what Jared looks like, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But also, I feel like it's one of those things where if like it's reasonable for me at some point to fix my hair, I probably will. Because I like I don't know though, because I don't know what I look like bald yet. It's one of those things where it's like, I don't know what I look like bald, and I don't really want to know until I get to that point where I kind of have to know. Because bald is a risk, right? It might look worse, and then I've lost my hair for like 6 months when I could have still had hair for that 6 months. So I don't really want to try the bald thing until it's like, yeah, it's time. Eventually it will be time. And when it's time, we ditch the hair and we grow the beard. I wish I could pull that Hey Hachi look. Hey Hachi hair is tough. I want the Kazuya hair personally. Hey Hachi, you know, I wouldn't complain. But I want that big backwards spike. Just the most like PS1 ass hairstyle you could imagine. Oh fuck. Hold on. Speaking of Kazuya. Let me get a picture. Because I do agree with the sentiment that, you know, too many guys want like the wall of muscle look when like a more defined look, at least to me, it is what I prefer. But hold on. Like I do, not to say I'm not a fan of big muscular physiques, because I absolutely am. I mean, I grew up watching Dragon Ball. GG, by the way, your name is censored. My name is censored? Really? My name is censored? This is the first I've heard of it. Why is my name censored? My Steam name? Is it my Steam name that's censored? Like, can you see Chole? What part is censored? I know it's definitely not Mad Chainsaw. I'm pulling up Kazuya. Kazuya. Where's a good shot? Oh, I know. Here's the thing, right? I agree on like the wall of muscle thing, right? But then some dudes look like this. And it's nice. It's a nice look, man. It is. Or, hold on. I mentioned Dragon Ball. Hold on. Oh, that shot is hard. Hold on. This is not what I had envisioned I wanted to pull up. But this image. Man, why do Reddit images open in Reddit? Look at his V-taper, dude. Like, I'm way more for a lean look, right? I definitely am. But sometimes it's just like, oh. Nah. I mean, these kind of builds, like especially like the shoulders on both of them, you could not get without steroid use. That doesn't happen without steroid use. Legitimately. Chole was wondering yesterday if you... Oh, I wasn't wondering. I was saying that she 100% would love Raiden in MGS2. Like, the only thing that holds him back is that it's a PS2 game, like an early PS2 game, so, you know, like low poly count. That's the only thing that would hold it back. If that game was made today and Raiden looked like that, head over heels. Simping so hard. She would play every game in the franchise. Spin-offs, mobile games, all of them. Slight exaggeration, but... Actually, speaking of muscle and builds and stuff, I've been working out less, like only like 3 times a week. Just because I've been so distracted by so many other things. I just keep kind of running out of time in the day. So I just go to bed. I'm someone who works out at night. It's just, I know, it's weird. I know. Get it out. But I've been working out only like 3 times a week-ish. And it's been going for like the last month, maybe. And I'm getting skinny, and I don't like it. Like skinny. Like I've gone from like lean muscle to like I'm starting to just get skinny. I'm losing definition. Because I'm not strength training as often. And I'm not very happy about it. Eventually it will be once every other week. No. Because of hole? So Chole is censored. Is balls censored? I don't like his hair. My goal is to lift heavy so I don't work out for hours because I like to play video games and watch Chole. Yeah, I'm really what's it? I'm a big Raiden, not Goku. What was I saying a second ago? I forgot. Oh, I'm a big fan of like shorter but more intense workouts where I'm like really pushing it for like 15 to 30 minutes instead of spreading things out over like an hour. Are Zimmermans still viable? Very, yeah. Oh, I thought I was tabbed out. I didn't realize the game just hitched. I don't think I'm gonna have like a very good time playing against this. Call me crazy. Ah, shit. Ow, ow. Shaggy hair? Wait, what? What generator? I couldn't tell you. I can look. Explosives are not fun to play against in this game. Like just a pure explosive build. Oh my god, especially on lag like that. Shit. Not Chloe. I'm going Saitama. I haven't watched One Punch, but I know what that means. We are using the Hakushi generator. Oops. Shields are the best counter? That's unfortunate. This chainsaw is not going anywhere. Nor is the second Etsugen. Shields are a no-go for me. Oh no! It's him! Oh yes? I've heard the legend of Trash Panda for so long. Why? Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I've heard that you're terrifying. Stay back. Bitch! Sorry. What? Evil twin? A little bit. He rocks no guns, a bullet orbit, and a chainsaw. I've heard about him for a long time. Because, you know, I'm one of the few chainsaw diehards out there. Oh, I was gonna do it again. Has he heard of you though? Probably not. That was fun though. That was a really fun game. He's almost back to S, dude. How does he do it? How does he do it? No guns and chainsaw and one or like how does he get to S with that? There can only be one chainsaw. To be fair, he He's a consistent S rank player who's like known for being a menace. I mean, he just plays pure melee rushdown with fists and chainsaw. So like, yeah, he's a menace and a half. It's this guy again. We had a terrible connection when we played earlier and he was just pelting me with lasers. Bro, that hit me. That hit me. Oh my, I hate laser lag so much. Like lasers without lag, I have zero issue. Lasers with lag, I'm losing my fucking mind. Lasers with lag is just like counterplay is gone. You're fucked. Kill them faster, forehead. It's the highest. Did I beat that guy who had S32 earlier, chat? I don't recall. I don't think I did. I think I lost. Which, you know, that's not surprising. Should have used that sooner. Did I just rubber band? What was that? Am I crazy? Am I talking crazy talk? Or did I see that right? Fucking shit. This game desperately needed that update that we thought was coming. What update? If you mean a netcode update, never gonna happen, dude. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna get fixed. That's the update this game needs more than anything, and it's just, no, they won't do it. It means you have more skill since everyone on console runs auto lock on. Everyone on PC does too. Like very occasionally you'll see someone who's not, because you can tell when they're not using it, right? It looks visually different. It's rare that I see someone who's not using Hardlock. Oh my god! I'm gonna lose my mind. Lasers aren't even on my screen. Direct hit. They can bring back heat. They ain't changing the netcode. We can leave heat in the past too. We don't need it. Last Raven's in my top 5 AC games. Don't bring it back. Bring back turn speed. I also feel like, I don't know. Turn speed's a weird one. It's kind of neat, but it depends on what kind of pacing the gameplay is going for, or sorry, what kind of pacing they're going for with the gameplay. And I think in a game that has like the pace of AC6, it would just feel awful. I'm sure someone could probably mod it in, and then we would know for sure. Fuck. Tekken has ruined me when listening while working. Why? Because I'm constantly saying that I'm in heat or someone else is in heat when I'm playing Tekken. False, 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 false. Hear me out, hear me out, hear me out, hear me out. We should play Street Fighter this week. You know why? They're adding Akuma this week, false. Can you believe it? They're adding Akuma. Finally. Street Fighter 6 1.0 is coming out this week, boys. The game is finally complete.
AP at 50%.
Ow, fucker. Four answer had turn speed? Did Gen 4 have turn speed? Yes? I never even like felt it to the point where I just never knew it was there. This is the first.
AP at 50%.
But at that point, like, do you even want it then? Because like, at least maybe I just didn't play enough. I don't know. But like, I never felt the turn speed at all. Like, if it's there, but it's negligible, do you even want it? Fuck this build. It's not the build. The build would be fine if it weren't for the connection here. How's ranked? It's terrible. I beat Trash Panda, though. I only play Street Fighter with friends. The fuck? I don't need no bear. No, 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 not Kuma. Akuma. When you're going mock, you ain't gonna really know. Yeah, I never felt it. Lightweight versus heavyweight, it's a different game. To be fair, I think I pretty much just played like light and midweight. I don't think I ever really played very heavy. Or did I? I don't remember. How was your day? Fine. I got less done this morning than I wanted to. And full transparency, it's because I re-downloaded Diablo 4 and it's actually good right now, and I might have played like an hour of Diablo 4 this morning when I definitely shouldn't have. Ow, fucker. This is what, our 5th match in a row with this guy? I think I'm gonna wait and try to dodge him after this. Not just because I'm losing, but because this is like the 5th match in a row, legitimately. But I'm telling you guys, Diablo 4 is really good right now. I miss Jess and her Ravens. I'm actually using Ravens on my build right now, too. Because they buffed the shit out of minions in Diablo 4, like since I played back on the Season 1 patch, like right at the beginning was the last time I touched the game. And Season 4 just started, which is why I wanted to check it out again. Give it another gander after all the updates they've done. They buffed the shit out of minions to try to make like minion builds more viable. And dude, I'm playing Druid with minions and it feels good. Like I'm playing with Ravens and Wolves and the Poison Creeper, and it feels good. It's weird that it feels good. Like it's good weird for sure. but just Diablo 4 minion build actually not feeling like shit is a new one. After AC6, which is next on your list, 4 Answer. Yes, 4 Answer is my second favorite for sure. I miss Crusader and Paladin. Yeah, I don't know where the new class is, man. But like, honestly, playing Druid again right now feels fine. Because like, it feels better early game. My character is only like level 20 and it actually feels like I'm clearing dungeons pretty fast. So good change. I'm having a decent time farming Helltide at like level 20 on Druid. So it's pretty good. I don't think they're adding class. Oh, they might be waiting for expansion pack. That would definitely make sense at this point. Because we got leaks about a new class like last year. Like when I was still playing the game, there were leaks like, oh yeah, there's going to be a new class soon. But they might be saving it for expansion. Ravens, yeah. And like they're not bad, which is a new thing. Just try PvP of older AC games. I'm really not I'm not a big PvP guy. Despite what this stream might make you think. PvP is fun in Armored Core. But I have way more fun in the story and in the campaign of Armored Core. I've been playing AC6 PvP a lot more. Because they added ranked, and ranked kind of gives me something to play for, right? It gives me like a goal to strive for, which I think is a good thing. But beforehand, oh, okay, I slipped out. Holy!
HP at 50%.
Ah! Too soon. How many other chainsaw users do you think Trash Panda plays against? That tells me that he probably doesn't see many. Chainsaw for the BM. I'm sorry, Trash Panda. Ravens. Yeah, I don't know. I considered, because I've been having such a good time with it in the last couple days, maybe trying to do like some Diablo hardcore stuff for stream just to see if it's a good time or not for stream right now. Ow, fuck. Oh, I'm so dead. Oh, I'm so dead. Yeah, that's what I was warned about, is that he does that. Stagger extension into chainsaw. He just needs to get one good stun on you. Or two in the case of someone like me. But with assault armor, that's why he has assault armor, for sure. Pulse armor counter. Our connection is not good. Like, those melees are hitting. Uh-oh. I'm stupid. I'm dead because of that. GG, Trash Panda. Was fun. I like playing against him a lot. It's very fun. Our connection is garbage, though. I was getting punched from off screen, but I was still having fun, regardless of Armored Core 6 netcode. I have to find that Edgar Allan Poe poem right now. Yeah, Druid with minions is actually fun right now. I'm sure Necromancer is insane currently. Just because minions got buffed like crazy, Necro is probably ridiculously good. And I played a lot of Necromancer back when the game came out too. I played Druid as like my main class. And Necromancer, I played almost as much, actually. Man, I mean, it's Audric, so hello. But I wanted Trash Panda again. I was hoping for a rematch. Actually, you know what would be really fun in Armored Core? PvP, like a best of 3 system, like most fighting games have on ranked. Because the reason that fighting games have it as well is so that you don't get someone who's playing like a super gimmicky character in a weird way, and like they just gimmick you to death, and you can't do anything about it, and then you know you're done playing them. The best of 3 system exists for you to be able to like adapt to their playstyle in a second or potentially third match and win the whole set and come out positive overall in terms of ranked points. And I feel like that would be perfect for Armored Core. Because, you know, gimmicky builds definitely exist here. I shouldn't have taken those missile hits. I was tempted to open it up the other day, but I feel like I wouldn't have a clue. It is such a good entry-level ARPG. Like, it's going to feel a little overwhelming, but really, if you just play it, you'll figure it out over time. Like, it definitely has a lot going on because it's an ARPG. But it is a good, like, baby's first ARPG. It's a very casual one. Like, if you start with Path of Exile, oh my god, you're gonna bounce off the genre so hard. But Diablo 4 is kind of made to be accessible. So I didn't know it was on Game Pass, but it makes sense because of the Blizzard acquisition. I would definitely recommend Diablo 4 on Game Pass. Like, Diablo 4 is a good game that I already recommend to people. At least now I recommend it again. I recommended it a ton last year. And we'll see how I get on with endgame and stuff, because I am like level 21 or 22 or something right now. So we'll see how I get on with endgame this season, but I might start recommending it again, especially for free. It's hard to not recommend a game if it's like, oh yeah, just download it and try it for free, because you lose nothing but your time in that case. It's like trying a new food, you know? It's like you try it and you like it, and like now you know that you like this new food and it's like the best thing ever, and it's you get it all the time and you enjoy it all the time. Like Diablo 4, you enjoy it and you're getting like 100 hours of addiction out of it, right? If you don't enjoy it, then like you lost like an hour of your time. It's whatever, you know, you try a new food and you don't like it and it's like, okay, it's unpleasant for like 10 seconds. That's like the most minor downside ever. It's why I literally try every fucking food imaginable. I legitimately, if I have not eaten a food, I will, like if you're like, oh, try this, I will. Even, I just, even if it's a bad thing, like even if you're like, oh my God, this is awful, try a bite of it, I will. Because I have to know. Like the curiosity is there because again, it's like 10 seconds of unpleasant tree. So after the first month and season, hey, first month of Diablo 4 was awesome. Like endgame was a little lacking, but to be fair, no one else, or sorry, not no one else, most people didn't play 100 hours of the game in month 1 like I did. Like that's not a normal experience with Diablo 4. The first season is valid. The first season update was awful. But like the first month of the game was really good. Oh, thank God. I did? Yeah, but like we are like the 1% of players in that sense, right? Everyone else, by the time that season 1 update came around, like they were just finishing up the campaign, maybe just starting their renown grind out. You know, not everyone was doing what I was doing, where I was like, oh my God, I had my entire renown grind done and now they're making me do it again. This is bullshit. I had my Paragon tree like halfway specced out. Like no one else had that. Not no one else, but so few people had that. That was by far a minority experience. It was a really good game though. I mean, you played 100 hours of it, you know, it's a good game. Like, foundationally, it was really good at the start. Them nerfing every class with the Season 1 patch and making every class feel like dog shit was a baffling thing to do. And, like, even that alone was what made me stop playing the game. Especially because, like, I played Druid, which was known to be a class that's like, yeah, this class doesn't really get going until, like, level 50. On the launch patch, on the Season 1 patch, it became like, yeah, Druid doesn't really get going until like level 65. Just felt awful. So I stopped playing. I'm playing right now. I'm level like 21 and it feels great. They also massively increased the mob density in like patches since Season 1. The mob density on the game right now is the highest it's ever been, and dude, it feels so good. Like, when I play ARPGs, I want to go in there with my big, like, OP stuff and, like, click a button and watch a group of enemies just fall over. That's when those games feel nice. Diablo 4 never really had a lot of that, like, even at launch. But now it has that. Annoy me as well. I don't know, the seasonal cosmetic thing, for me, it's like, you know, the thing with Diablo 4 and its cosmetics, for me at least, and I said this then, I still feel that way now, or this way now, that way. Having picked it up again the last couple days, played it a little bit.
50%.
The seasonal cosmetics and like the cosmetic shop isn't like thrown in your face in Diablo 4. You have to actively go and open up the shop menu to even see any of it. You know what I mean?
30%.
Like, I play the game and I don't buy the cosmetics, and never at any point am I sitting there and I'm like, oh man, there's that really cool armor set. I wish I had that. It just never happens because I never open the shop. Plus, the amount of drip that you can get, at least on the classes I played, I don't know if other classes have it rough or something, but Necromancer and Druid have like amazing drip without, man, I always forget, without purchasing anything. Huh. Shit. Huh. Aha! Oh shit. I'm gonna get comboed. No! No! Please!
50%.
Abyss Knight cosplay for the win. I never bought anything, but I had immaculate drip. Because at least for Necromancer and Druid, they just had great cosmetics to begin with. Oh, that's why you haven't used your expansion. The upset! Oh, he's done. Oh my god, he's done. Okay, 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 okay. Is he letting me have it? Good night, sweet prince. I thank you. I don't know why he let me have it. He had the upset there. It was one shot for both of us. That was gonna be a crazy finish, and he just stopped. Got him with the Doria. There's too many good games to play right now. It's a problem for me. The temptation has been growing. I tried Diablo 4, hoping that it would be good, but also kind of not, because I was like, if it's good, I'm gonna get addicted again. Unfortunately, it is really good right now. I've been playing Street Fighter again, and like, I'm the highest rank on Street Fighter that I have ever been. Just hopping on and playing again, because when I played Street Fighter last year, I still wasn't very good at fighting games. And now after like almost 200 hours of Tekken this year alone. I just hopped on and like my fundamental fighting game skill is so much better than it ever was before. It was you. That's why. It was fan of the channel. Everyone always assumes. I don't. Because like I run into people from chat all the time on this game. Because the player population, especially near the top, is not large. But I sometimes assume that it's just, you know, an honest to goodness, good Samaritan on Armored Core 6 ranked. There's Tekken 8, back to me having the problem of too many games that I kind of want to play right now. But like that MGS4 video took me 3 weeks, and that's just, it's not a sustainable schedule to have 3-week gaps between videos. I can't do that. That can't like become a pattern. Maybe I should just uninstall my games. I should. That's a great idea, actually.
AP at 50%.
I might. I am curious about Diablo 4. Maybe I'll. Oh, and Akuma comes out this week, so that it would be stupid to uninstall Street Fighter and then reinstall it on like Thursday or whatever. I don't know what day he comes out, but it's this week at some point. Maybe after this week, I uninstall my games. Like it comes Saturday or something. I'm gonna uninstall stuff. Like the games that I play in my free time, not everything, of course, because channel and stuff. But the games that I play in my free time, I should just go through and uninstall them. Did he just have like a controller disconnect or something? What was that? He just stopped playing. No, not Guilty Gear. I play Street Fighter and Tekken, really. That's it for fighting games. I've never tried Guilty Gear. And I always want to like every new Mortal Kombat game and get into it, but I never do. Unfortunately. Like, I always give every Mortal Kombat a good shot, like MKX was pretty alright. MKX was one of the better ones in a very long time. Probably the best one in a very long time. But like MK11, I bounced pretty early. MK1, I bounced pretty early. X was good. I wasn't very good at fighting games when X came out, unfortunately. Or 11, I guess. But neither of them had that sauce that like just kept me playing. My thing with Mortal Kombat every time is the characters feel way too like homogenized, and I don't feel like there's I don't feel like there's enough like unique value between the characters. I never get attached to a character in Mortal Kombat. It just doesn't happen. Like, you know, Street Fighter, I started playing Cammy and Ken and Ryu, and I fucking loved all of them. And I play Street Fighters that I can play. I play fighting games that I can play as certain characters in general. Absolutely. Like, yeah, you need to get attached to a character to get attached to a fighting game, right? Like, if you play a character that's not gonna be your thing, that's why I always try a lot of characters out before I am like, yeah, I don't like this game. Because you just gotta find the right character sometimes, right? Like Tekken, I play Tekken so that I can play as Kazuya or Jin. That's why I'm hopping on Tekken. When I play Street Fighter, I want to play like Ryu or Ken. When I play Mortal Kombat, there's no one I want to play as. There's no one that like stands out and feels really good and like gets me on the game. Especially, dude, MK1, I think I tried every character. Because I had a couple friends who were really into MK1, so I kept trying to find the character. And I just couldn't. As close as I got was, I really liked Scorpion in MK1. Scorpion felt really good to me, but not like, after a few hours of playing as him, I kind of lost that love. Like it faded pretty quickly. And other than that, no one in MK1 was pulling me back in. What's his name? Is it Peacekeeper? Peacekeeper? It might be Peacekeeper. It sounds wrong to me. The John Cena guy looks pretty fun in MK1, but NetherRealm can suck my fatty. I don't want to buy all their DLC. Peacemaker, thank you. Peacemaker. I knew it was wrong. I was like, that doesn't sound right at all. Peacemaker. That sounds right, right? To me, that sounds right. John Cena, Peacemaker. It's Peacemaker. I had a lot of fun with Sindel. I tried Sindel in 1 and I did not like her. And only her. Yeah, I just MK, I never have a character that I really latch on to. Tekken and Street Fighter, I have like a handful on each. Because also on Tekken, like Kazuya and Jin are my main boys, but like I also enjoy Devil Jin and Reina and the very occasional Eddie Gordo or King. Tekken, I feel like my enjoyment with fighting games is directly related to the quality of the character design. And Tekken does it for me. I have so many characters I like playing on Tekken. Like I could play like 20 hours of Kazuya in a week. I don't, but I'm saying theoretically I could play like 20 hours of Kazuya in a week, and then when I start to get bored of it, I just go play Jin. And then I get bored of Jin and I'll just go play Reina. Like I can just cycle and never stop having fun. I'm yapping too much to bitch about this guy, but just know that I would bitch if I wasn't yapping so hard. I probably didn't have to say that out loud for anyone to know it. But I would. Literally one grapple and you're basically dead. I mean, if you don't know how to break chain throws, then yeah. Because like with King, if you've got a King that isn't really good at and like has an actual like encyclopedic memory of his chain throws, as soon as you get put into a chain throw, if anyone needs this Tekken tip, this one might save your life in a King matchup. Literally just hold one. You break chain throws in Tekken by holding a button rather than like timing an input. So a lot of people, when they get caught in a chain throw, if they don't know that, they start like mashing buttons to try to get out. Most of the time, you just have to hold one. Hold? Exactly. See? People don't know this. Raiden plays a lot of Tekken too. Yeah, to break chain throws in Tekken, you hold the input. You don't press it at the right time. You hold it. And so unless you're King, like, you know, if you hold one, more than 50% chance you're gonna break out of the chain throw before the end. Because at every step of the chain throw, it's checking if you're holding the right input to break it. So you have a really good chance of holding, or of breaking a King's chain throw. Isn't that just to break the easy versions? No, there's one. It's either a one, it's either a 1, a 2, or a 1+2, and you just hold it. And that's where I'm saying, like, for a King to counterplay you breaking chain throws, which even, you know, until you get up to like high level intermediate or low level advanced, most players don't even know to hold the input. So most Kings, unless you're actually into advanced play, aren't gonna know all of their chain throw routes like that. Some might, most won't. So if you just start holding a button and you find that like, yeah, I can break the chain throw if I hold this button, there's a pretty good chance that your king that you're matched up against is not going to know how to adapt to it. And they're just going to keep throwing the same chain throw and you'll break it every time. And if they do change the chain throw, then guess what? It's just 50-50, you know, just pick one. One or two. The 1+2 is kind of risky because, I mean, it's the same chance, I guess, but it's just, don't overcomplicate things. Why aren't you assault boosting? I'm not really thinking, to be honest. I was yapping about Tekken. All break with 2? Is that true? Are they actually all 2 breaks? Except for 1 throw? What the fuck? King is actually one of my best matchups on Tekken. I do not fear the King matchup whatsoever. Actually, it's kind of the opposite. I'm pretty confident about my King matchup. Damn it, I didn't get far enough away. I should have just gone straight backwards. I know better with the plasma thrower. That thing hits. If you're in range, it hits. Holy boosting. Been holding this chainsaw forever, man. Let me have this. Chewing this guy up. Some kite players just don't know what to do with the pressure up close, and especially if they don't have like a good close range tool. Like this guy doesn't have one. It's just, yeah. I mean, up in like S promos, your luck is gonna start running out with just a straight bum rush. But especially Lamb like this, because he's lightweight, it's just, you run straight through. With a build like mine, at least. Whoosh. God, I love Tekken. Just talking about it. I feel like I know more about Tekken. Like, you guys know how I've been recreationally like studying Japanese the last few months. I feel like I know more about Tekken than I do about Japanese, the language. I feel like I've studied Tekken more than Japanese in the last few months, but like, goddamn. I mean, I already loved Tekken like 7. And I played the shit out of that, but like 8 is just so good. Just so good. Oh boy. Those legs look so strange. Feels like it's come back with the same joyous hype as back on the PS2 days. Unless you go to like Tekken Reddit, then everyone is like a massive doomer. Or Twitter. Tekken Twitter is pretty miserable right now too. Everyone is like, oh my god, this game is so bad. It's dying. It's already dead. This game fucking blows. Like the Twitter and Reddit communities are awful for Tekken. At least right now. But literally anywhere else, like anyone who just doesn't participate in those communities or who just plays casually, everyone right now is like, dude, Tekken 8 is the shit. It's so good. Oh, that hit? 4,000? Oh, I guess I was staggered. Sounds like every Reddit community. That's true, to be honest. Every gaming community on Reddit is kind of like that. Been having more issues fighting my dad than randoms. It might have something to do with the fact that your dad has been playing since PS1. I don't know, just a theory. That should have hit me, I think. Attacker-sided netcode in my favor today, I guess. You bitch. I mean, he should have done that. I just wasn't ready for it. I know more about Yu-Gi-Oh! The trading card game meta than coding. I'm like I mean, my Tekken knowledge isn't perfect by any means, but like, I feel like I'm a Tekken encyclopedia a lot of the time. You got 200 hours in Tekken? I doubt you've studied Japanese that much yet. I haven't. I've studied, and even on the, there's a lot of days that I haven't studied, and there's been like 2 or 3 week periods where I fell out of it. Like I'm just now getting back to studying it after not studying for like the entire MGS4 videos production. So like there was just recently like a 3-week gap where I didn't study at all. Maybe not at all, but like I maybe studied like 30 minutes in that 3 weeks. It was bad. It's bad. Because languages are totally like, if you don't use it, you lose it sort of thing. And especially like, I can't even read at like an N5 level yet, which is, there's 5 levels of Japanese reading comprehension. And N5 is the lowest. It goes backwards. 5 is the lowest, 1 is the highest. I can't even like properly read at the lowest reading comprehension yet. And quite frankly, it's because I don't know words. It's because I have no vocab. I've spent so much time trying to like fundamentally teach myself the writing and reading system that like my vocab and sentence structure is awful. But I can hand write hiragana well. So it's not like I haven't been doing anything, but I've just been focusing so much on foundational stuff that it's slowed me down a bit in the beginning. How do you read words when there's no space? That's the fun part. You just have to know the words. Like there's no signal that like, oh, there's a space here or anything. It's legit. You just have to know the words and then you'll just know when the gaps are. Which is one of the hardest parts to actually get into learning and like reading in that sense, is that there is no spacing. There are some particles that are like used as sentence structure indicators, like the no particle or the ka. Like if you put ka at the end of a sentence, it's essentially like a question mark. It signals that that's a question rather than a statement. To ask a question in Japanese, you legitimately, like in English, I'm trying to think. It's so weird to try to explain because, again, we share like no fundamental structure between the languages. To put it into English, asking a question like how do you break Asuka's throw? Let's just say Tekken shit, right? If you were trying to ask me like, what button do I press to break Asuka's throw? Or just how do you break it? You would basically say the equivalent of like, break Asuka's throw question mark. And ka is the question mark. Like you would say something like break Asuka's throw and then just add ka at the end. It's so hard to learn this shit. Like going in from English, it is so hard to learn. Rewarding when I'm making progress, it feels real good. Like when I have those moments where I'm like, holy shit, like I can read. It's super rewarding when I have those moments, but like, holy shit, is it difficult to get there. A lot of work, a lot of time put in to get there. Fun though, I really like it. It's like saying Tekken, you want to play speaking like Yoda. Yeah, actually, it is kind of like speaking like Yoda. It would be like, you want to play Tekken, question mark. Like, you'd say it as a statement, but then you just add the indicator at the back. You just add ka at the end. Really weird to learn going in from the way that our language works. Or I say our language. The way that this language that I am speaking works. Not everyone in chat speaks English as their first language. It's all backwards, like they switch around the sentence structures. I thought you meant literally for a second because you read it right to left. Or you write and read right to left instead of left to right. I thought you meant literally for a second. Which is true. That is how that works. It is quite literally backwards in that sense when reading and writing. I mean, you want to know how weird it feels to practice like handwriting stuff and be writing right to left after 22 years of writing left to right? It's weird. Like there's a really strange disconnect in the back of your head the whole time. It takes a lot of getting used to it. Assault armor on this build is insanity.
AP at 30%.
Ow, ow, ow. That was a stagger chainsaw into a stack. What? Why was my drone not out? What am I doing? I'm boned. Oh my god, there's more. Jesus Christ! How much? Lucky Spanish is so similar to English. Well, yeah, a lot of like Latin languages are pretty easy to learn from one to another. Even something like German. Actually, German is much easier to learn than Spanish as an English speaker. Much easier. The grammar is almost the same between the two. Very, very few exceptions where the grammar is actually different. Learning German as a native English speaker is like 90% vocab. Legitimately. What I dread with Japanese, like long-term, is kanji. I talked about it yesterday when we brought it up. But like, I have a beginner kanji course bookmarked. It's a textbook, not a course. I have a beginner kanji learning textbook, like bookmarked for when I need it. And the book is like, yeah, this is beginner level kanji. We cover roughly 2,600 kanji in this textbook. The beginner level is learning how to read 2,600 of them. That's the part that I actually dread. You know how hard it was to even like learn hiragana with the 26, or sorry, not 26, 46, I think, particles, but then there's some that get modified where like foo with the little dash mark that I can't remember the name of off the top of my head becomes boo instead of foo. And there's like a ton of those. And then there's like the hybrids where you put like chi ya and it becomes cha. Like, oh my God. I've just gotten through hiragana at that level where there's maybe like, I don't know, in total 80 or so possibilities. I don't know off the top of my head. Check the clip in Discord. You stagger him twice. Oh, hold on. I might I might know what could have happened. Ow. The grammar is similar, but the pronunciation hurts. What, German? I have a blast speaking German. At least I used to. My German is so busted. I haven't studied German in like 4 years. So I really can't speak it anymore. 4 years of not only not studying a language, but like not using it in any context. It's gone. Like I really can't speak German anymore. It would be really easy for me to relearn it and like get back to where I was. But as of right now, it's just gone. What are those little dashes called? Those little dash marks for hiragana. It's gonna drive me crazy now. To be fair, memorization is also like hard for me. It's normally the part that I struggle with when studying languages, like sentence structure. I can do that. That's fine. But just pure like vocab memorization, or in the case of learning to read Japanese, like just trying to hammer it in so that like I see the A hiragana and I just immediately I'm like, eh. You know, it's hard. It's hard. Trust me. Took me ages to, and even still I kind of screw up a lot. Dakuten and Han Dakuten, there's two of them. There's two forms of it. Took German in high school. I didn't grasp any of it, bro. German, I self-taught German in high school. That was the beginning of me being like, oh my God, I really like learning languages when it's not in a classroom setting. And I can just kind of do it on my own. Like, you know, y'all's language education sucks, bro. It is so bad. I would say it's probably the worst part of our education system here, is how awful the language learning is. Legitimately, it's probably the worst part of our education system. Das gut. But like, what was I saying? Oh yeah, German was the first language I studied on my own, and it was when I was in high school. And I had a pretty easy time with it. Aside from just like, it takes me a long time to memorize words. But, you know, you find a few things to latch onto so you can just sit there and be like, oh, das ist Apfel. You know, and eventually you're moving. Like, I do have some like full coherent sentences in Japanese that are very easy for me to recall and speak, but not many. You know, it's just that thing where like there's some that my brain latches onto easier than others. It's not. Anyway. You're not wrong, Bryden. I mean, you're not right, but you're not wrong. You know what I'm saying?
AP at 50%.
Ah, he has pulse armor. I forgot. We'll see you around, Diaz.
AP at 30%.
Come here, bitch. Oh, thank God. I was about to lose my mind. I needed that win. I needed it. I forget how crazy rank reset is. Like, I remembered it from last time being crazy, but holy shit. Rank reset is crazy. So, today, progress. Plus minus 0 for the stream in total. I completely broke even in my 3-hour session today. Good session, I would say. Start of stream, I was like, yeah, you know, we might be down a couple ranks from before, but we can get back up pretty easy. Come on. Come on. here we are. 3 hours later. Motivation gone with my break even. At least I didn't go negative overall. That would have been worse. I broke even for the entire session here. Could be worse. It could be. I could have gone negative, but we broke completely even. We're back at a flat A2. High A is last season's S. Yeah, that's the thing right now. Is everyone who's in the upper end of A right now are the people who were in S last week, right? That's just how it is when the rank reset happens. Once those guys like make their way back up, inevitably by the time that I play this again, we'll start to move at a more normal pace. Getting to play Trash Panda a couple times was fun. I have a 1-1 record against him, so I can say that much. You didn't get worse. That's true. I didn't get worse. Anyway. Sorry, hiccup. There, had to let that one pass. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy, and you haven't done so already, feel free to go ahead and leave a sub. Come back another time. We're doing this, and we're doing Armored Core 100% through like all... We've been doing every game in release order. We're currently doing Disc 2 of Nexus. So the good part of Nexus, if you ask me. We've been doing Ace Combat stuff, Metal Gear stuff, a whole lot of stuff. Feel free to come back for any of it. Also, if you enjoyed and you haven't done so already, feel free to go ahead and leave a like, algorithm stuff, blah, blah, blah. You know how it works at this point. If you're looking for anything outside of YouTube to engage with the community, links are in the description. Twitter, Discord server, whatever, it's down there. If you haven't seen the Metal Gear reviews yet, and if maybe you missed the Metal Gear Solid 4 video that went up a few days ago, that's pinned at the top of chat right now if you're here live. Other than that, once again, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you all back here next time. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Thank you for coming to the stream, and goodbye.